In this video, we're going to listen to 9 different choir mics, and you're going to help me decide which one sounds best. Hello, I'm Stephen Ballast. Welcome to my channel where I explore worship technology solutions. This is part 2 of my choir mic demo. If you haven't watched part 1 and want to hear all those mics in more detail, go ahead and go listen to that. This past week, I was loaned one more mic to look at, a THE KR2C. So I put it up against my 2 favorites from the previous test. Let's listen to those mics, and then a quick 1-minute recap of all the previous mics I tested, and then I'll talk about my conclusions.
Thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. Thou, O Lord, art a shield.
There were a number of things that surprised me about this test. First was that none of these mics were really all that bad. They were all usable, and I felt like I could have gotten decent results from any of them. While I did have a preference for how certain mics sounded, I expected bigger differences, and I didn't find that even with a price range from $200 to $850. The second thing that was enlightening for me is that I got similar amplification results from all the mics regardless of their pickup pattern. Conventional wisdom is that a more directional mic is going to give you more gain before feedback, and while I did have some variation in amplification between the different mics, it didn't necessarily line up with the more directional mics having better gain before feedback. I tested the amount of amplification I could get from each mic by putting a monitor speaker in the choir loft and playing an 800 Hz bandpass noise signal that read 70 dB at the microphones. With no microphones turned on, it read 54 dB in the sound booth. I then turned each microphone on and recorded the dB measurement in the booth. This gave me a way to look at the mics in an apples to apples kind of comparison, where I was just looking at the overall amplification before the mic started to feedback. I set the gain for each mic in a pretty standard way, turning up the gain until it started to ring, then backing it off a little. Then I played a burst of the 800 Hz bandpass noise, and if it rang, I'd back it off one more click of gain until it was stable. My conclusion is that the position of a mic in relationship to the speakers, and probably the pattern control of your speakers, and the environment around your mic play a bigger role in the amount of gain before feedback you will get than just the pickup pattern alone, which is something to think about when you're setting up your choir mics. So what mic would you choose? My favorites were the DPA 2011C and the Rode NT5. They both had a nice, clear, airy top end. The DPA had a bit more low-end response, but the NT5 didn't sound thin like a few of the others did. Also, to me, they were the 2 mics that when I listened to the recordings, I felt like I was listening to a choir, not listening to a choir through a mic. The THE mic had an amazing low-end response, and the more I listened to it, it's growing on me, but it lacked a bit of the clarity of the Rode and the DPA. The Rode NT5 is about 1/3 of the cost of the DPA 2011, So I guess I have to decide if that small amount of more bass response that I was getting from the DPA really warrants the extra cost. Let me know which mic you would have chosen in the comments. Be sure and subscribe to my channel, I have a lot more videos planned, and let me know in the comments if there are any particular topics you'd like to see a video on. Until next time, thanks.